Say, why will people go mad? So people cannot see us. Ah, okay. Okay, so where have we reached before the skin cut off? Is it true that people? Eh? Yes, Mr. Hearme Jr. At our shrine, African Magic Temple, we don't do anything with money. You cannot come here and say you want money to be double for you, or quick money, or how money rituals, or money returned to my purse. We believe that money matters are for banks. So if you are, I don't know whether people can kill for money, because how do you kill for money? What will the human being you kill, how will the money come? The people who want to cheat you and deceive you are the ones who are saying that they can make money. If they can make money, why wouldn't they make money for themselves? Why should they make for you? Are they crazy that they know how to make money and then they are still working? Hey, then I have not seen people like that before. You know, stupidity is one thing that is very common with young people, in the sense that they think that when they see an elderly person having everything, they want to compare themselves and think that they too, they should get there that very day. And this leads them into a lot of temptations, and some end up in a very bad decision. So if there is any shrine that is killing people that you have heard, please report them to the police. We are not bank, and we don't do anything with money. So those of people who have been sending messages that they want to get rich, I will advise them to Ghana Commercial Bank, or go to Nigeria Federal Bank, or wherever their federal banks are. They should go and then tell the bank managers that they want to be rich. They can discuss their terms there, and maybe that will be better than sending messages to African Magic Temple that they want to be rich. We don't deal with money here. And you were asking for girls. Yes, there are things that they do for girls, girl charms and all this thing. They are all part of attraction. It's not necessarily a girl charm, but it is things that you can do to be attractive. If you are not handsome and you are afraid, then you do those things. People who are handsome do not need a girl charm, unless you are very timid and you don't know how to talk to women. Then that one you need. But even if you are timid, if they give you a girl charm, no woman will run after you if you don't talk. No, it's true. We were telling the children the other day that we have what we call in Eve Jirapa. It's a fighting power. They give it to you. They will vaccinate your this thing. And then when there is any fight, you mention the name of the spirit. If you hit the person has to fall down and you cannot get up. Okay? We have all these things. But if you are a weak person and they make that thing for you, and you go and you see the person and you are doing like this, the person will beat you. You will forget that you get juju. So these things are there generally, but then it is your heart and the will power with your mind that can make you to achieve these things. They are not just because they make it for you and then it starts happening. Your mind has to be sharp and you have to have a willpower. Yes, let's go ahead up. Why will people go mad after refusing to perform some rituals? I have not seen people going mad after refusing any ritual. If you know, go and ask the place where it happened and tell them to explain to you. In every tradition, you talk about the essay good and the ceremony for bad. My question is, are there more than one aspect of essay? I ask because of the language barrier. Yeah, there are two sides to a coin, and there are two sides to everything. There is a negative and a positive. There is day and there is night. We have the sky and we have the earth. We have man and we have a woman. So to everything, there is two sides to it. Esse is also two inside one person. There is a negative esse, which we call esse von, and then there is a positive esse, which is called esse mau, esse itself. The two are in one person. In some people, the negative esse becomes more active or more predominant than the positive one. So when in such people, they will be doing everything and trying everything, but things will not be going the way they want. So when in a reading you are supposed to essay, or the negative essay speaks out that it is the one worrying you, we advise the person to remove it. That's the language we use, or to align it with the positive one, so that the positive one will be growing slowly, and before the person knows, the things that used to disturb the person before will be coming down, the situation will be getting diminished, while the positive things will start to develop. And if the person by sometime is able to make money and set up the positive essay, then things started rolling for the person. So the essay is two, positive and negative, or negative and positive in each person. Yes, let's go up. Jada Hayes, what about people born on Sunday? Oh, Sunday people are Sunday. I had spoken about it. Go back into the list. We have already spoken about Sundays as people of the sun, where they are very bright, and sometimes they have some stupid pride too. And why I say stupid pride is that the Kwesi people, they feel they are too confident in themselves, so they think that they can do anything, they can reach anywhere, even though there are barriers in their life, but they try to pretend as if they are over or they are above that barriers. So it is naturally born with them. It is not them, but they shine. When they are able to overcome those things, they begin to shine and reach greater heights. Because we always say the Sunday borns are the first people in the week. So they think that they are above everybody else. Yeah, that's what this is saying. So Sundays are the day of Toby Jokpata as well, and also day of Archangel Michael as well, and Archangel Camiel. They are all Sunday spirits. Yeah. I asked about the say because I have heard it explained different ways from people with different levels of English comprehension. Yeah, this is the way I have explained it is what I know. That's how I was taught. And I cannot explain how other people explain to you because I did not know what they told you. But then the way my father taught me is what I am telling you. Hello, Jenny. Thank you for joining us. Fredua, yes, my brother, how are you? Thank you. Have you started using the soap and the oil? I hope to hear some positive results from you. Hello, Jenny, how are you? Yeah, Menuhati said yes. Yes, Menuhati. You see, Toby Zikpi it was actually started by somebody. That's why you call it Toby Zikpi means. Toby means an old man, and Zikpi means stool. So Toby Zikpi at one time was started by somebody. In the olden days, people use their beloved children to set up a family, and from that route, they start to have their ancestral stool. That's why they call it that ancestral stool, so that all the ancestors will meet at that stool. All people on that bloodline will meet at that place. But that time has passed. It's just like in the Bible when they say Abraham was going to kill his son Isaac with knife. Whether he really killed him or he didn't kill him, the story has some turnabout. But that is what it used to be in the olden days. That's how people had Togbizikpi. But in today, we have Togbizikpi, some of the Togbizikpi that people have, which is just made out with ram and other things and has nothing to do with human sacrifices as it was in Egypt and other places in the past. Even if you hear the story of the Ashanti golden stool, when they wanted to put the whole Ashantis together, they have to ask for somebody to bring out their best or their favorite child so that they can kill that child to set up the family or the golden stool. But nobody did, and it was a woman who decided to give his son out to be used. That is why until today it's only a woman's son that will become Ofasi, or that will become a chief on the golden stool. It's not because I'm a father, it's my this thing, so my child can inherit the stool. But then my sister's children's, their father may not be from that line directly, but they can inherit the stool because of this in some cultures. And then I think in Egypt and all other places, these things had taken place in the past. But today, Togbizikpi can be made for you, and you can begin to respect it. And then from there, your generation can have an ancestral stool which your generation will follow. That one too is possible. They do it. So you can start at the beginner of your ancestral distance so that your lineage can be purely defined for your generations to continue. It is possible. Yes, let's go to yes. Fiakuna, Fiakuna means chief too can die. That's the meaning in Navy. Fiakuna, even chief can die. But when you say fiakuna, it doesn't have any meaning. Yes, fiakuna, can one practice or take initiation from more than one voodoo? Yes, of course. There are plenty voodoo. Every voodoo that you want to work with, you have to be initiated into it. You can't take one single initiation and think that you are being initiated into every voodoo. No. Every voodoo is different from the other. And if you want to work with the voodoo, you must be initiated into it. I'm feeling cold. You are not? Oh, no. You go ahead. What do you want to say? No, I'm done with the question. He wanted to know whether people can take initiation into different voodoo. Yes, of course. You cannot just take initiation into one single voodoo and say that you are being initiated and then you are going to be initiated. Maybe the voodoo you are initiated into self doesn't exist. Yeah, because like a lot of African Americans who had been deceived and been initiated into certain things and they have been practicing, but they are not seeing any result. It's only in name that you are initiated. That is not voodoo. You need to get a voodoo that is living, that works for you. It's not a voodoo that you pray until the last saliva in your mouth finish, and yet still the voodoo cannot even move small. Yes, Gabriel. Yes, give Gabriel this is so that people outside can also hear the question. That are you still having some challenges there? What? So what all that I'm talking is nonsense. We'll manage what we are having. Gabriel, bring your question.
Okay. Please, I wanted to ask, is there a difference between a spiritualist and a mad person? Do they also see like our spiritualist?
I think Senna had explained that in Revolution, but I'll still break it down. You see, madness is a state of mind. That's why I was talking about the human mind. It's everything. When you are in a state of mind that you cannot control it, you are called a mad person. But when you get to that state of mind and you have control over it, you are not a mad person. And that is the difference between the spiritualist and a mad person. Okay, when I am doing a reading here, I see a lot of things. When I open the mirror, I see a lot of things. And even sometimes I don't even use the mirror, but I can see things. But I know what I am seeing, and I know how to separate what I want to see and what I don't want to see. And I'm still normal. I can be here in Ghana sitting with this mirror, but I can also be in America at the same time, not in physical form, but in spirit, that I can pick information from there and come and say it here. That's what the mirror does. But I'm not mad. Okay? And then maybe I will be here and then I'll hear a voice, somebody's telling me something, especially when I'm doing a reading. They call a name in my ear. Then I'll ask you, who is this person? Then you say, oh, this person is that person, that person. How did I hear that name? Who told me the name? I don't know you. I've not met you before. That is spiritual hearing. But the mad person will hear this same thing, but because he cannot control it, he'll start running. Or he'll start laughing. And everybody says he's laughing. But what he is seeing and what he's hearing, nobody knows. So this is the difference between being in that state of lunatic situation. And you know, when they say lunatic, it has to do with the moon. Luna. The moon is called Luna. So when they say somebody is lunatic, somebody who is being controlled by the influences of the moon and cannot control themselves. So the spiritualist is trained to be able to receive these informations and be able to control it and use it for himself and for others. But the mad person is not trained. Like somebody asks a question that why some rituals and they do and the people get mad. No, it's not like you do rituals and you get mad. You are the one who say you want to go and invoke a spirit. Okay? You want to invoke a spirit. You did not read anything about the spirit. You don't know anything about it. Especially those people who say they want to get rich quick. Then you want to invoke a spirit. You get to the cemetery. Usually in the olden days, they say you go to cemetery where they bury ground. That's how they call it. They don't call it cemetery, they say bury ground. That's the bury people. So bury ground. You go bury ground. And then you start to do invocation. They draw circle. They say you should stay in this circle. And then you are in the circle. Now the priest or whoever is the conjurer who is invoking the spirit start invoking the spirit, and then you hear something, whoo, then you run out. That thing will chase you. And once it chases you, you cannot be normal anymore because you will keep running. Wherever you are going, you will just be running. There was one time, there was a guy here, we did, it's not even initiation. Was it initiation? I think he bathed. And then we say we were going to do the gunpowder, because usually you see us when we do anything, we set gunpowder in a circle so that whatever negativity is around you, the gunpowder should blow it away and take it away. Or even when we do rituals, we set gunpowder so that the gunpowder, the flame and the smoke should carry the information into the spirit world. We finish everything. By the time we draw the circle, I said, man, don't run. We say, you. Moment the fire, the man, grrr, we chase him. See, such kind of people, if he fears or this thing, all of a sudden his mental this will be different, and then they say he become mad. And then they will blame you that you are doing something for him and he became mad. But it was not anything to be afraid. Even my little girl can stand in that circle and just listen. But some people, the things they have read and the stories they have seen, the movies they have seen on Nigeria movies and everything has already put so much negativity inside them. So with little things, they want to run. Between a mad person and a normal thinking person who may decide to be a spiritualist. Are you okay? One more question. Go ahead.
I also want to ask if spirits do take bribes.
Take what?
Bribes.
Bribe.
They can maybe bribe.
Why should a spirit take bribe? It depends. But you see, Jokpata said that anukware play evenyini only happy amegbeto means the truth and lies had always been here before human beings come. So if they had been here before human beings come, who were there? Who were the liars? So that means some spirits tell lie. When you go into the Bible, when Israelites and Philistines, or one of those tribes that were fighting them, they had a very good seer, their opponents. They had a very good seer who could see into God. You know, when you are seeing, you are looking, you are seeing the secret of God. That's all that seeing is. Your mind is open to see God or into God. So whatever is hidden, you can be able to bring it down on the physical plane to the conscious mind to understand. That's all that reading and seeing is about. So according to the story, the people had someone who could see into God. So anything that anybody is planning, he can look into the mirror and tell the people that this is how they are going to come, this is what they are going to do, that's what they are going to do. So be here, lay ambush here. But then they said God, whether it is real God or it's not real God, I know, but the Bible says God called all the spirits. And this is also give you the understanding that God is spirit and all spirits work with God. There is no spirit working with any devil because there's no devil. All spirits work with God. So according to the book, the holy book, Bible, God called the spirits and asked them, who is a lying spirit among my spirits? So that means God has created a spirit to be a liar. Is it the fault of the spirit? Let's reason very well. So one spirit came up and said, I am the one who tells lies. So that spirit, God said, okay, you go to that my opponent's seer, or the people who are against my children, who are the Israelites. Go to their seer, and everything he's trying to be seen, try to turn it around so that he cannot see, deceive him. And through, that spirit went. So when the guy is doing his, was doing his reading, whether it's a guy or a woman was doing the reading, he was seeing different things. So he could not predict exactly what the Jews were doing, whereby the Jews went to the war, they won because the person couldn't tell from point to point. So that means the spirits have been telling lies, and God is the one who created them to be liars. It's not the spirit is a liar, but God created a lying spirit and God created a truthful spirit. So when you are dealing with spirits, you must know what kind of spirit. That's why I say until you start experimenting and experiencing God, you can never tell. You think that everything is a lie. But then human beings also have jumped upon this, that there are lies before human beings. So human beings, they are taking upon themselves to be deceiving another human being using the name of God, like our pastors are doing. Yes. Where Vampiri. Okay, Menuhati Kamata, I'm under the impression that the stool celeste who should be in charge of it, not the other way around. If you are destined to be the one to watch over the stool, it will have come out in your divination. Yes, Van, I think what the Menuhati is saying was not like a stool selecting, but he wants to have his own stool for his lineage or his bloodline. It is possible. But what you are saying here, it is true. The stool usually within a family, that stool decides who should be the caretaker of the stool. But in these days, the problem we are having is that some people who have money in the families are trying to use money to influence people to select them to be chiefs or to be in charge of stool. And we also see a lot of negative repercussions that come when such things happen. But since a lot of people are not spiritual, they are just church goers, but still are interested in chieftaincy. They don't see it, and people die and die and die. They don't see that their mistakes have created any problem because they are just greedy as anybody, because they want to be in the church and they want to be at the stool. They want to control the stool, and they want to put the Bible on top of the stool, because Bible is a book of lies. So they want to put that on the stool, because if it is on the stool, it will give them chance to be able to do their evil things, and nobody can control them. These are the facts. So these things happen. Thank you very much, Nana Kokosachi. Thank you. I'm very grateful. Well, Atisu, let me see Atichu. Go down. Joseph Atisu. Hello, Atisu, how are you? Thank you. Bokor, Baba, Edward Craig, thank you very much for joining us. We are grateful. Yes, how would you know whether one is giving toxic to start fresh for two-person lineage versus the ones who will scam you with the stool when nothing is there? No. They can never give you any stool in our ancestral land for you to take because it's from your lineage, because it is very difficult to trace your lineage directly, because most of the African Americans did not come from one place, because of the time frame of 500 plus years of changing. Some may be from Tanzania, Kenya, Ghana, Ashanti, Ewe. So which particular lineage are you going to trace now whereby they'll give you a stool from there? It's not possible. But your own stool can be created for you, and it is not a scam. But if somebody is deceiving you that this is your ancestral stool, so we are giving it to you, be careful. That is where they can scam you, because I have seen a lot of people coming to Ghana and then they say, oh, this is Nana, oh, your great grandfathers came from our land. What did they use in finding it out? And then, our people, our brothers, our sisters are also looking for their roots. They have not committed any crime by looking for their roots. But then there are people here who are ready to tell you, even chiefs, big chiefs will tell you, oh, you are part of our family, so we will make you Nana. You pay money. It's not right. If you want to start like Bokor Menuhati, you are a traditional priest, and you are having your own shrine, and you want your generation and your line to remain maybe in another 100, 500 years from now, definitely you can start to make your own stool. One, the people who are doing the stool for you knows how to do a stool. It's not something they just buy in the market. There are particular woods that are used for making stool. If those things are done, you can have your stool, and your stool will work for you because it's a voodoo. Yes, who again? Patricia, a lot today. Akpe, may you live long. Thank you very much, Patricia. And then Ifadara, so very true. Thank you, big sister. I'm happy that you have the time to watch. Yes, I think we are getting to the end of our today. We have to do a reading for a lady in Barcelona, so let's finish and then concentrate on that. Is everything gone? Which one is this one? I'm not hearing anything from Said. What is so have you all the questions finished? Yes, let's answer them quickly, because we are trying to tell people to move on to YouTube. Very soon we will stop Facebook and move on to YouTube. So if people are joining YouTube and we are not answering their question, how can they be sure that we are going to answer their questions in the future? So don't leave things out. Okay.
Question number two. In Nigeria, there's something called secret cult or society where people gather to share spiritual knowledge and use it for success in their society. What is your opinion about that?
Everything is secret. Even Christianity is a secret cult. It's not because they form churches and plenty people are going. Do you know how the pastors put together their head before they collect money from people and share? It's also a secret cult. So it's not only in traditional. Pastors are getting rich. You don't think that one is also a secret cult where they decide to bring one pastor from this church, from that church, and then tell you that they are going to do, they call themselves the nest of the eagles. They said nest of the eagles, the saints, the gathering of saints. You don't know it's a secret cult? Did they tell you what they discussed before they call themselves the gathering of saints? They are going to share your money. No, this is the truth. So when you are talking as if it's only in traditional groups that they have secret cults, I don't know what people been seeing or be thinking. It is not only in tradition, even in Christianity, even companies form groups and alignments and societies that they form and discuss business, how to do business with people. So they are all secret. It is not only, did you see any company when they are going to their private meeting, when the board, even in government, when the cabinet is meeting, is it not secret? They meet finish and they decide finish before they tell you what they have decided. So why should it only be limited to traditional religion whereby it's a sacred cult? I don't see anything wrong with people forming groups to enhance their own lives. Yes, most Bokors don't have to eat beans and palm oil. Mm. Mm. Thank you, thank you. Oh no, are you going up to? Have we gone all these ones already? Go down, go down. No, no, never. Then you talk with me, go back to the other questions that we haven't answered. Okay, go. We have gone to no, yeah. Go up. Say Manuhati, Christopher Voncujovi. You haven't. Go up now. No. Nane yi ya question la. Go. We saw this one already. We saw this one already. Then this place. Have you read this one? Have you read this one? Komla Senyo. Good morning. What is the connection between Chambaga with your voodoo Jokpata? Okay, Komla, the Chambaga is used as the representation of Jokpata. That's what we use. That's the metal that or the bangle that we use in Jokpata. That is what Jokpata itself has selected that we should use to represent him. But then it is not just when you buy it in the market, then it becomes Jokpata. When you buy it and they empower it and do the rituals, then it becomes Jokpata. Because Chambaga can be used to represent any voodoo anywhere, if the voodoo itself wants to be represented by it. But it is not every Chambaga is called Jokpata. It is the one that has been initiated into Jokpata is called Jokpata. Not every Chambaga on anybody's arm is called Jokpata. Yes. Then Juan Joan Ruto. Hello, I would like to know if you attend to international clients, so you send them items. How do you treat problem of someone who is far outside the country? Yes, Joan, the problem is, it depends on what problem you are having. We cannot just say it until you contact us and tell us what problem you are having. If we are able to send it to you or do things that can travel by mail or whatever, then we do. But if we don't know but one thing, we don't make voodoo like people are selling voodoo online and make voodoo and say, go and buy this voodoo and come and keep in your house and you get voodoo. We don't do those things. If you have any difficulty or challenges that you wanted us to attend to, you must let us know. Then we will know whether it is possible to do or it is not possible. You must call our phone or send us a WhatsApp message and we will attend to you. It's finished? That's the last. Juan Ruto is the last person. It's not good if you are eating meat, whether it's pork or it is chicken or it's mouse. It doesn't matter. You shouldn't eat meat in your dreams, or you should not eat at all. Try to avoid eating in your dream. As simple as that. Because if you are doing, you are opening yourself to the witchcraft world. And if you don't join them as a party, as a witch, they will enter into your life and disturb you. Yes, hello, Jay. Okay, Jay, you see, Afa is what the Aves call Ifa. Ifa originally came from Nigeria, but the Aves have also led the Ifa and they call their own Afa. So the explanations and the stories in Afa are in Ave are a little bit different from the way it is in the Yoruba original Ifa. But then the Aves have Afa based on the Nigerian Ifa. That's why if you look into Afa, all the Odus, which we call Afadu, the Yorubas call it Odu, Ifa Odu, and the Aves call it Afadu. You will notice that all the Afadu and the Ifa Odus are all in Meji, or is use the Yoruba word to pronounce or to call them. So that shows that Afa and Ifa are the same thing, but then the practice from a different ethnic group points. That's how it is. That's what I read already. Wait, do you do this vampire one already? Okay, Van Perry say, hello, Papa. I want to ask question of out-of-body experience. Is it possible to trigger one after pranayama, breathing exercise? This has happened to me and I was not asleep. Yes, in pranayama, which is the breathing exercise, you breathe in and you count, and then you exhale. You are so many people calling. We are working on Monday, but most of the time Mondays are off days.
Walid Mohammed, I keep dreaming of a certain man. He always prays for me. He even mentions his name, but sometimes take me to the hospital to treat him.
Is it physical or is the man alive or Walid? Walid, I say I keep dreaming of a certain man, and he always pray for me. He even mentioned his name, but sometimes I want to know whether this person you are seeing it in a dream or it's a physical person. So you kept dreaming of the person, and the person even take you to the hospital to treat me. Is the hospital in your dream or the hospital is on the physical place? Then I can tell what you are seeing. That's serious. Oh no, jokes apart. If I was taking you to hospital in a dream, then your soul is sick. So it could be your guardian angel or it could be your own essence, which is what people call the
Kind of, I'll say like my.
your destiny who is doing that for you. That means you must be very careful because sometimes when you are sick in a dream, sometimes it materializes. Finish. What is the issue?
The phone died.
That's the finish.
It's 5:49.
And then you have to close properly. You can't just close like that. Connect another phone or put the PC. We can't just close like that. Please learn these things. You can't just close like that because the phone died off.
Kind of, I'll say like my uncle, or more like my junior father. His father was a spiritualist. His grandfather was a spiritualist. His mother was a spiritualist. His great grandfather was a spiritualist. So he comes from a long line of spiritualists. But he's using the Ifa system. So they're using the cowries to do divination. But the Ifa system uses 4 on the right side and 4 on the left side. 4 represents the different elements. So earth, fire, water, air. And they're all predetermined. And so the number of ways this can fall, they're by combination or permutation or whatever, is 16 major ones. So it can either be 1, 1, 1, 1, or when we say 1 when it faces up, and when it's 2 when it faces down. So it's a system we're using 1 and 2. So when it's up, it's 1, 1, 1, 1. It's like this I Ching thing you're saying. But it's different. When it's 2, it's 2, 2, 2, 2. The possible ways this can fall, there are 16 ways. So when you add the left and the right together and you bring them together, the combinations now become 256. There are 256 that are ranked from the first one until the last 256. And those 256 are into chapters, 16 chapters known as the Medjis. We read from the right to the left. Now, each sign, we call them Boli or Odu, each sign has a meaning and a message, a very specific one, not just this thing. It has the songs, it has the herbs, it has the spirits that are working with it, and it has the advice in terms of social, even personality, or even a story just explaining a situation. So when we do divination with somebody, and when you go to like a real healer or something, most of the time if they're doing Ifa, they're not going to use cowries. They'll use the Gumaga, which is the divining chain, which is in Ifa. But you can also use this if you use your spirits to do that.
Okay, so Van, I was trying to explain some things, but then our phone, which we are using to shoot, has died off. So it's a microphone is low, cannot hear well. I think bringing the question down, let me. What is the question? As I was talking about Walid having a certain dream, and I was saying that if he is having a dream of someone who has been helping him in his dream, the person probably is his own destiny, his own essence, or Nkrabia, which are his guardian is the one that is probably. I have to use that one again.
Yes, in addition with this one.
This one too, that.
It's not that, yes, so I just want to make sure it will work. Bring
Bring
put
it.
this one on the table.
That's why we are here. So I am talking about what do you call it? About Walid's season, that the dream he's having, probably it is his destiny that is trying to tell him. But when you are getting sick in your dream and you are seeing people attending to you, you have to be careful, because sickness starts from the psychic plane before descending onto physical plane. Not only sickness, everything that happens in our lives starts from the psychic plane before descending onto the physical plane. So if you are not able to capture it on the psychic plane and it descends, then it takes effect, even your normal sickness. That's why we do reading. When you are having a dream and you are not understanding, you have to find out what that dream, what is the significance of that dream, and what can you do to stop it from happening. A lot of time, like what I was saying first about people dying, even before people die, they start to feel something in their dreams, and not something happening, something is not happening, but they don't take it serious, and they don't even go to find out what is happening from a reader or anything. So the thing, when death comes, it comes like a surprise, and then people begin to say, hey, we just saw him yesterday, he was just going here. All kind of things will start happening. But the more you check yourself and you are always alert with a little thing. I had a friend who we belonged to one teacher at one time. He said for him, when he wakes up in the morning and he even cough, and he does not understand why he's coughing, he will check. Yeah, he said when he cough in a way he did not understand, he's going to do a reading to find out why he coughed like that. Because maybe that cough could be a force, some energy that is trying to disturb you. So when you don't do a reading on things that are bothering you, sometimes they become a problem on the physical plane, and the people have to go through a lot of things to solve it. So I will tell Walid to do a reading to find out what exactly that dream is, because we are saying you have been seeing the person, is not like one time, and even the person called their name for you. So you have to do a reading to find out who that person is. Yes, what is the Ampofo? Derek, yes, Papa, please. My question on all my three boys, firstborn and twins being Wednesday born. Please, is there something I must note? Didn't we answer this question already?
Yeah, answered it.
So why that one there again? They ask again. Okay. Yeah, that's why I said that you have to take note of the children. But if you want to do a reading and find out what exactly it is, yes, of course, they can do a reading for you. But then you just take note of them and then watch them carefully. They could be a blessing in disguise, so please find out. Yes, are we done?
Sarah, do you have a question?
Okay, so we had actually exceeded our time today, but because your question, okay, so this is, okay, can't hear well, okay. Who is there with some cowrie matter? No span, oh, I like the cowries lesson. Okay, okay. See, a lot of people couldn't hear us because this in there, but we are sorry that it came in that the microphone and the phone that we were using, the camera, the battery, this is because we have actually exceeded our time today. It's been from 1:30 or 1:40 to 5 o'clock. It's quite a long time. So we thank you all for joining us for today. Let's keep sharing this on our platform so that our friends and people who are interested to have knowledge of African traditional spirituality also will join in. And we'll continue the discussion online. And when I have my time, I'll go and look at your questions again, and probably I'll answer them for you. Thank you very much for being with us, and may the ancestors and the gods of our land continue blessing you and see you through next week successfully. Thank you, and bye-bye for now.